Hey there, picture this. A violent storm rolls in, crashing thunder, howling wind, torrents of rain. It feels unstoppable. Yet by midday, it's gone. The sky clears as if it was never there. Now feel a soft morning breeze, barely noticeable at first. It moves through the trees, across your skin all day long. Steady, quiet, and endless. Lao Tzu in chapter 23 of the Tao Te Ching asks us to notice something profound. Nature doesn't force. It doesn't speak loudly. It doesn't try to convince. And yet, everything flows effortlessly. In the next 10 minutes, we'll gently explore this one chapter, how trusting the natural way brings deep alignment, how speaking less can open more, how simply being present with what is draws everything you truly need towards you without struggle. If you're ready to rest in that kind of ease, stay with me. All right, let's get into the chapter. This is chapter 23, To Flow with the Tao. The Tao of nature is sparing with words. A whirlwind doesn't last all morning. A cloudburst doesn't last all day. If these things of heaven and earth do not last, what then of man? To flow with the Tao is to be part of the Tao. To possess inner power is to be part of the power. To suffer failure is to be part of failure. Those who are part of the Tao takes to itself gladly. Those who are part of the power takes in gladly. Those who are part of failure receives gladly. Lack of trust creates lack of trust. And as with every episode, I'm going to read the Rivermaster's commentary from the Tao Te Ching, the John Minford version. To be sparing with words is the way of nature and the Tao. Those who flow with the Tao are peaceful and quiet. They eschew impulse and desire. They eschew words, all of which resemble the violence of the whirlwind and the cloudburst. Okay, that's it. Short commentary from him. Okay, so let's dive into it. So this particular episode is discussing, this particular chapter is talking about the idea that phenomena come and go. I can think of this today. I had literally moments of this today where I was dealing with certain folks in my career that were emotionally wound up because of what was happening, of the phenomena, the things that were the dramas or the events or the perceived issues, and there was this natural tendency to go into it, be fully immersed in it, and lose themselves in it. And a few of them called me today, and they're like, "You're so calm. How are you so calm? How come you're not getting wound up?" And it's back to this idea that to get wound up in every passing storm, you'll always be wound up. You'll never be at peace. And to be at peace means to let go of the phenomena, let go of the things that are happening around you, and just realize that they're going to pass. They all do. And there was probably 3 instances of just this idea today. It's almost like the universe knew what episode I was going to be doing tonight and gave me some good feedback for using it. It was funny. So one of the folks called me, told me about the thing, kind of laughed that I was calm, and so then I hung up with him. I was driving when this happened, and I had this urge to, hey, maybe I should call this other person and check on this issue. And I called him. I'm like, hey man, here's the dilemma. I was calm. I wasn't upset or freaked out. I just was, hey. He's like, all right, yeah, well, let me look into it. Calls him back. Gosh, probably less than 10 minutes later. And he's like, yep, here's the issue. This person said this to this person. It was a miscommunication. None of what you thought was true was really happening. It was a one-off deal, and we already got it addressed. We've already dealt with this particular issue. So then I just laughed because the other gentleman I had talked to earlier acted like this was the end of the world. Like this was going to be the biggest thing in our plate for the next 3 months. Like this is going to be a huge problem. And so then I called him back after I got this news, and he was laughing. And I was like, oh, what are you laughing about? He's like, I already know. He's like, I heard that this big non-event deal. He's like, and I understand where you're at. And I said, see, man, look, you got all wound up about nothing. And then it was absolutely nothing in the end. And this is the power, this is the inner power that this whole book talks about, is that ability to be able to be in the storm, to stand there in peace, to watch all of the chaos unfolding, and just to allow it to be. And when you just allow it to be as it is, it always works itself out in the end. The unfolding is hilarious. And I wasted 0 energy on nonsense. And that is priceless. To not get hung up, wound up, frustrated, wasting my precious energy on something that was utter nonsense. And so I want you to think about this as you go through your day or go through your week. What are you giving your energy away to? What are you allowing to hijack your focus, your awareness, and ultimately your peace? Is it worth it? Or is there another way? I figured out along the way that there was nothing. I got to a point where there would be nothing I would sacrifice my peace for. My peace is the most important thing that I have. And that comes from freed up awareness. Awareness that's not tied to physical, emotional thoughts, beliefs. A freed up awareness allows you to be fully in the world, fully in the moment, and be able to react to whatever's happening. I'm sorry, I'm going to take that back. Not react, to respond to whatever's happening. It's a different mindset. Reacting is, oh my God, oh my God. Responding is, all right, let's see what happens. And every time that happens, I just laugh. And it happens to me all the time. It's just, I say to one of my colleagues, I say, what's the worst thing that could happen? And she always goes to the absolute, like, no chance in hell that's going to happen. The worst possible thing that could happen to her. To her. That she takes her perspective and goes, this is the worst possible thing that could happen to me. And then that becomes her biggest fear. When there is no me to protect, there's no ego, self to protect, there's nothing to lose. Everything is cool. Peace is there. And then you become this, because you carry this power. We all do. This is the best part. We all have this access to the same power. All we have to do is get out of our heads and stop looking at all the phenomena and trying to attach ourselves to it. If we can just step back and be in the moment and be in peace, all is well. If this episode resonated with you, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Again, this is the Boundless Sovereign YouTube channel. And our intent with this channel is to hold up the mirror to you and everyone who watches so that you can see yourself clearly and you can integrate into wholeness and peace and go out there and be a positive force for change in the world. We'll see you in chapter 24.